Hi class, this is JilMac. I'm going to be talking about grades today. So when you log into CCV and you select Canvas, so you go into Canvas and you come up to our class, and our class basically starts with modules so that you can see each of your modules. And as you get graded, how do you know you've gotten graded? So let's just close up this welcome. We don't need that anymore. We're on a couple weeks in now. We have turned in assignments for week 1, so we're going to close that up. And I'm going to go into grades because I want to know, how did I do with grades? So when I click on my grades, it shows me the different assignments. And it tells me that for this first assignment, I get a 3 out of a possible 3. On the next assignment, when I did research, which was basically introduce yourself, for this, I got 2 points out of a possible total 2 points. And if there's some notes on that, you can see that there's a comment, excellent work, this is a test grade, JilMac is leaving a comment because I'm on the test student. I'm showing you the test student. And so you can see comments. If the instructor, which would be me for my classes, has put a comment on there, you can click on it and see what they said. The rest haven't been graded yet. And as I scroll down to the bottom to see how I'm doing, it's telling me that I have 5 points out of a total 5. So you can kind of, this graded assignments, I wanted to try to get rid of it, but nobody seems to know how. It tells you that I've got 100%. So out of the 2 assignments that I've turned in, I've gotten full credit for. So it gives me 100%. But if I had come down here and done some extra credits, suppose we did some one-on-one with JilMac in Google Hangouts or Zoom or whatever online meeting software works for you on your computer, you would get you get 1 point extra credit for working with me one-on-one. All of a sudden now, you have all the rest of the assignments that haven't been turned in, and this 100% goes to some wacky percentage. So that's the reason I wanted to cross it out, but I can't seem to do it at this point. They'll figure it out, and at some point it'll go away, I'm hoping. So when you go out to my instructions on how do we understand grading, if you go to JilMac.com and go into workshops and classes, this is the class that I'm working with this semester because it's at the top, but it could be another class. All of them have this grade and attendance, and the grade and attendance tells us that basically all of our classes are a point system. You earn points. I don't give tests, I don't give quizzes, I don't care what you memorize. What I care about is what you do. So I give lots of assignments, and you are graded on assignments, and however many assignments you complete is what the number of points you get. All of my classes are divided into 14 assignments. For classes that are the traditional 15 weeks, that gives you 1 assignment per week, and then at the end of the semester you have your big project, and that's worth the other 30 points of your grade. If you're taking a summer class, that's only 12 weeks. The assignments are going to be divvied up a little bit different. If you're in an accelerated class, that's only a 7 weeks, so you're going to have 2 assignments a week. So it depends on how many weeks are in your semester for any particular class. And that's how I divide up the assignments. But all the work is the same, whether you take an accelerated class or whether you take a full 15-week course. The workload is the same. It's just that you're doing more work in less weeks, so you get it done faster. So this kind of tells you all about it. If we go back into our we go back into our Canvas course and we scroll up and we go to modules, which is where I have everything. To find out that course information, we go to course description. So that was kind of before the first week of class. It's up in this welcome. If you click on course description, you're going to get this description of how you earn points. You don't get the picture, but it's fine. Basically, we build websites. Web design, we build websites. With our research, we have 1 to 2 points. With a before and after, we have 3 points. If you do an extra credit chat or a one-on-one, you get an extra point, and that's down in extra points. So for all the research questions, you can earn 28 points. For all the before and afters, 3 times 14 is 42 points. At midterm, we're going to have a project outline. And that project outline is going, and there's another video on this, but I'll go over it quickly now. The project outline is tell me what you want to accomplish in this class. And basically that's to build a website. And when you build a website, you can earn up to 25 points for that final project. So the final project is worth 25 points, but your outline at midterm, whatever your midterm is, it's usually after the 7th or 8th assignment, is to tell me about this website that you're building and to tell me what it's about. It could be a real thing that you're building, or it could be a goal that someday you want to have your own business or you want to work for a particular company, or it could be a project that you're working on for a friend or something. So tell me all about that project, what you want to accomplish. That's going to give you 3 points. So if you like spreadsheets, put it in a spreadsheet. If you like word processing, put it in word processing. But however you put it in, you always want to make sure that it's going to be on the page that it's going to be on the page. Darling. So it's going to be on the page for your project outline in your web page. And so that's what the midterm is. The final is, at the final time, it's realistic now. You're kind of giving your client the bill and you're saying, these are all the things I accomplished. Now, in your project outline, you might have wanted lots of different things to happen, and they may have happened or they may not have happened. So in the final, you put down what you actually were able to accomplish. And so that helps me evaluate your project outline, because you want to be very specific in this final outline about what you actually accomplished, because that's what your client is paying you for. That's what your boss is hiring you for. That's what you actually got done, what actually worked. You can also put in your final, what could happen next time. And I go over that more in the project. So for the final project, that's 25 points. But not everybody is going to get every assignment done 100%. You can go back and work on it more, but you also might have some extra credit things that you can do. And so for extra credit, we have that. You can earn, some people don't like to do assignments. So you have to think up something else to do as extra credit to kind of make up for that. And you have to work it out with me if you want to do extra credit. But we all know at this point that if you do a one-on-one, you get 1 extra point for each one-on-one. And then sometimes people go above and beyond. So for the grading, what kind of a grade do you get for all of these points? And this is pretty typical. For to get an A+, you have to get over 100 points. To get an A, you have to get between 95 and 99 points. A- is between 90 and 94 points. B+ is 88 to 89 points. These are all pretty common throughout most classes. The big things is that if you want to transfer this credit to another school outside of VSC, the Vermont State College System, you really have to get a B. Some classes require you, maybe if you're only transferring, to get a C, but you really need to check with your counselor about that. Most courses, if you want to be able to transfer that credit somewhere else, you have to get a B and above. If you haven't got your associate degree or you want it to go toward another degree, you have to have those grades. Some courses you can get away with a C, but once again, check with your counselor. And failure is from 69 to 60. You get a D, and D doesn't really usually transfer anywhere. And sometimes it doesn't even qualify you for the class. And then 59 is you didn't pass the grade. So attendance policies are you need to attend or you need to make up that class. For online stuff, you have to post. How do I know you're attending every week? You need to post. Sometimes you're going to have a bad week. You're going to have a cold. You know, every kid in your family is going to be sick, or there's some really big push at work. And so then just post that, you know, you've been ill, or post that work has been crazy, and that qualifies you for, you know, a week or two. But you need to post in order to get attendance. So if you have any questions, give me a call. And thanks so much for learning about grading and how to grade in Moodle. And so when we looked at our grades, you click on this grades, and your grades are going to come up. You scroll to the bottom, and you see how many points you have earned. And you can go back and you can look at how many points you earned out of every single assignment. So a lot of people will say to me, well, what else do I need to turn in? Well, your grades will show you, because I'm very specific on all 14 assignments on which is your research, which is your before and after, so you know exactly what has been turned in. If you've turned in something and I haven't graded it, and I don't have a comment on it, please repost or send me an email. It could be that I just missed it somehow, but usually I'm going to grade things within a few days. So you guys take care. Give me a call if you need anything. And thanks so much for listening to this recording.